your financial success model. What an absolute privilege to have each one of you joining us on this Sunday morning for your financial success. Only 1 in 3 Indian women take charge of their finances. And by showing up for this webinar, you have demonstrated your commitment to be that 1 in 3 Indian women. Thank you for being here. It is my absolute joy to be contributing to you today. Over the next 90 minutes, I will give my best and create value for you. You make sure that you give your best and create value for yourself. Supporting us in the back end is the Women on Wealth core team, Sheetal Gurung, Prema Gurung, and Hira Jethanandani. So some ground rules before we begin. Like I said, the webinar will run for 90 minutes. So if you have any appointments within these 90 minutes, I suggest you leave right now and show up for the next webinar. I trust you have pens and papers ready. Please take notes. This webinar can change your money life. If you don't have pens and papers ready, I suggest you go and grab one right away. If you have any questions, please keep them for the Q&A section. So note all your questions down on your papers, and I'm going to answer them in the Q&A section. The more you engage with me in the session, in the chat, the more you're going to gain. So how many of you are ready to engage and create value for yourself? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready? Let's see. Got that. Mridula, Rakini, Chavi, Anu, Smita, Gauri, Savita, Shruti, Malvika, Hema, Anu, Renita, Kadambari, Chandani, Ravina, Sheena, Pradipti, Sonal, Archana, Rupa, Shriveni, and everybody's name that I've not managed to take. Warm welcome, my people. Warm welcome, and what an absolute privilege having you today. So today, what you will learn in this webinar. So here are the 3 things that you will learn in the webinar today. Number 1, you will learn how not to lose money while investing. Number 2, you will learn the truth about wealth creation. And number 3, you will learn how you can begin on wealth creation right now. And by the end of this webinar, you will have absolute clarity on what actions you need to take to go to your next level with your finances. We are Women on Wealth, and what we do is we help women take charge of their finances. So we run online financial training and coaching programs so that women can learn how they can manage their money and grow it effectively. We've now been operational for the last 10 years, and we have helped over 4,000 women till now. These women have become debt-free. They've come out of living paycheck to paycheck. They today save at least 25% more than they ever saved. Many women have built their own investment portfolios. They've learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick their own investments. And they are today investing without depending on their husband, father, broker. Some of them have managed to generate 40 to 80% returns on their investments. Some have managed to build their own businesses, buy their own properties. And some today are recognized as the finance ministers of their house, and they are getting involved in major financial decision-making in their families. So if you look at finance, finance has been a male domain in our families. And our intention at Women on Wealth is to make it gender-free. Because we at Women on Wealth believe that finance is a system. Finance is a system and everyone can learn it. It is not a gender role. It is not something only for the men to do. Finance is a system and every woman, every man can learn it. Here are the 3 online financial training and coaching programs that we run. Number 1 is the Women on Wealth's Money Gym program, also called as your personal finance blueprint. Today, you are in a special introduction to this course of ours. And by the end of the webinar, you will have the complete course details of Money Gym. Number 2 is a bit of an advanced course to Money Gym. It's called the Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners. And number 3, we run premium one-on-one financial coaching services. Also, we have a lot of free resources available for you at Women on Wealth. Monday, 5 p.m. live on our Instagram, we have the Wake Up Women series. Tuesday, 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page. We have the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Wednesday, 10 p.m. on Zoom, we have the candid community conversations. Thursday, 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have My Investment Mastery series. Friday, 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have the decoding of the Economic Times newspaper. Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Instagram, we have the Fortune Friday Ask Me Anything series. And Friday, 6 p.m. on Zoom, we have the online money book club discussion. So make sure that you connect with us and you stay connected with us on all our platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. And make sure that you join our free online money book club and read money books with our community. The links to all our pages are on your Zoom chat. And now a little bit about me. So if you ever thought you need to be from a finance background to manage your money, or you need to be great with maths, numbers, and calculations to manage your money, or if you thought you need to be a man to manage your money, then note, I'm not a man and I don't come from any of these backgrounds. I am from a journalism background. That's what my education, higher education has been in. I used to be a reporter with news agencies like the Press Trust of India, United News of India, and more, where I had a great salary, which I used to spend on branded shoes, clothes, bags. I always wanted to create wealth, and I just didn't know how to do that. And I got a big shock when one of my male colleagues ended up buying a property. He was at the same salary as mine, same position as mine, and he ended up buying a property while I had not even managed to save that much money. So that's where my quest to wealth began, and I thought the first person to take guidance from is my dad. And like any well-meaning man, my dad mentioned about traditional investments like public provident fund, PPF, and fixed deposits. I did those investments, and very soon I realized that the rates of return were really low. And I had big goals. I wanted to buy my own property in Delhi NCR, earn from my investments, ultimately build a corpus for my business. And I knew none of those goals were possible if I continue to manage my money the way I was managing and invest it the way I was investing. I knew I had to take some different actions to get a different result. One of the different actions that showed up for me was to check with this male colleague of mine who had ended up buying a property. And when I checked on him, he mentioned that he invests in the stock market. So straight I went ahead, opened a demat account, got myself a broker, and I started buying and selling whatever my broker told me to do, only to realize in 2008 that I lost 90% of what I had invested. And at that time, I was so sad and disgusted with what had happened that I thought wealth creation was not for me and that I should give up. And I literally gave up on wealth creation. I gave up on wealth creation until I could find my mentors. And I found 4 mentors: a woman stock investor, a property investor, a serial entrepreneur, and a business coach. And when these guys began to guide me and they gave me little exercises to do, financial clarity began to emerge in my life. Like I exactly knew how much money was coming into my life, how much money was going out, where that money was going, how much money I needed to reach my financial goals, where I needed to invest, and how much I needed to invest to reach my financial goals. My stock investor mentor, she taught me a step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Until then, I didn't even know there was a proper step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments. So I went ahead, learned the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks, went back to the stock market with a lot of courage. And it was different this time because I started by making 70,000 rupees in 120 minutes. And I kept making money like that to a point that I could buy my own property in Delhi NCR. I learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality mutual funds. other investments. I built a well-diversified investment portfolio on my own, with my own knowledge and understanding, without depending on anyone in my life. And a point came where I started earning from my investments, and my earnings from my investments were more than what my expenses were. And at that point, I knew that I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So I quit my job and I started Women on Wealth. And since then, there's been no looking back. In the last 10 years, we've had the privilege and the joy of making a difference to over 4,000 women. And we've been covered by the BBC News, NDTV 24/7 News Channel, Zee Business News Channel, Hindustan Times newspaper, Femina Magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine, and a series of women's blogs and posts. Also, Sherry Blair, who's wife of Mr. Tony Blair, the ex-UK Prime Minister, she wrote about us in the Huffington Post herself and offered us the India partnership to her Sherry Blair Foundation. And since then, we've been nominating women from India to the foundation in London. So this is pretty much about me and us at Women on Wealth. And now let's talk about you. Please start typing. What are those financial goals that bring you to this session? What is it that your heart truly desires with your finances? Start typing, everybody. What are your financial goals? Some of the ideas I can give you are, do you want to buy your own property, build your holiday home, build your children's higher education fund, your retirement fund? You want to build a corpus for your parents or for travel. You want to be financially free. You want to be free of the 9-to-5 constraints of a job. Got it. So buy your own property, retirement fund, children's education fund, make my money work for me, grow my money, invest in good returns, have financial freedom, invest my money, corpus for my parents, build well, set up an NGO, invest well, got it, be free from the 9-to-5 job, have my funds be growing, got it, travel the world, invest wisely, retirement fund, children's education, build my business, got that, awesome. So these are all your financial goals. Now start typing, what are those financial challenges or those financial struggles which are keeping you from reaching your financial goals? So are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you in debt? Or you're not able to save, or you save and you blow it all up, or you don't know how to invest. You're only investing in traditional investments. Yeah, you're not generating much rate of return. Got it, bad money management, expenses more than income, not able to save. I don't know how to invest. I lack financial knowledge. Got it, I'm scared of losing money. I'm only investing in safe investments. I don't have enough salary, but well, not enough salary means you're not able to save, right? That's the challenge. Okay, living paycheck to paycheck. Got it. I am financially dependent on my husband. I'm an impulsive shopper. That's my challenge. I don't have knowledge. Okay, no investments, only traditional investments. I don't know where and how to invest. Got that. Awesome. I don't know how to manage my savings. Okay, got it. So these are all your financial challenges. Now, over the last 10 years, like I said, we've already made a difference to over 4,000 women. They've done our courses and they came with similar challenges. So we have already addressed all the challenges that you're talking about here in the session. However, 90 minutes is not enough time to address all these challenges. So what I promise to do in these 90 minutes is to help you make a 1% improvement in your money life. We at Women on Wealth believe that by making 1% improvement in our money life every day, we can become 37 times better with our finances. So how many of you are ready to begin on your 1% improvement with me today? Who all are ready? Type in ready if you're ready. Got that, Chandni, Amrita, Neha, Anu, Sabita, Shweta, Jennifer, Rajdeep, Kadamri, Shriveni, Dhanya, Priyanka, Ansa, Sukrutha, Anu, Karamjeet, Nirmala, Hema, Swati, Nishwash, Gauri, Pradeepti, Rakini, Sushma, Pragati, Chavi, Pooja. Awesome. What a privilege, guys, to see so many women ready to take charge of their finances. So today, we begin with a 1% improvement in our money life with the 3 concepts of wealth creation. Okay. So concept number 1, how not to lose money while investing. So some of you in the beginning of the session today said you were scared that you will lose money. So here is one concept that you can begin to take care of to make sure that you don't lose money while investing. And that concept is inflation. So for women who understand Hindi, inflation is called mehengai. So when you are spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services, that's called inflation. So how many of you can see that, yes, you're spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services? Type in me. Got that? Swati, Smita, start typing, guys. Which items do you notice that you're spending more money on? Anu, Pradeepti. Which are those items? Selena. Yes, food, Chavi. Groceries, absolutely, Smita. Fuel, garments, education, Sonal. Clothes, eating out, traveling, pretty much everything. Yeah, pretty much everything has gotten expensive. Yeah. So while as consumers, most of us are conscious of it, but the same concept of inflation goes out of sight for us when we are investing our money. Let me give an example of that. So imagine that there's a policy or a scheme that you come across. Under this policy or scheme, you're invited, okay? You're invited to invest 1 lakh rupees every year for the next 10 years. And at the end of 20 years, you will receive 22 lakh rupees back. So you invest 1 lakh rupees every year for 10 years, and you receive 22 lakh rupees back 20 years later. Now, how do we analyze such scheme? We say, okay, we're investing 1 lakh every year for 10 years. Means we are investing 10 lakh rupees. At the end of 20 years, we're receiving 22 lakh rupees back. My money is doubling, right? That's how we think and we invest our money. We think our money is doubling and we invest our money in it. What we miss looking at is inflation. Just at a 5% inflation rate year on year, 22 lakh rupees 20 years later will be worth 8.2 lakh rupees of today. So by investing 10 lakh rupees, what you're receiving back in value is amount worth 8.2 lakh rupees. And that's inflation for you. So now, how do you make sure that you don't lose money while investing? Here is one guideline. Make sure that the rate of return on your investment is over and above the inflation rate in the country. So financial analysts report that we are in a high inflation zone right now. Inflation rate is about 8% year on year. So what we need to make sure is that the returns on our investments are over and above 8% year on year. And when that happens, we will not lose money while investing. So that's concept 1. And here is Meryl Dennis. She's a communication expert, lives in Goa, and she's a Women on Wealth investor. She joined us a couple of years ago, and she says that in a span of 1 year, while inflation is at 8% year on year, her net worth, her financial worth has increased by 37%. And there is more financial transformation to come for her. So coming back to inflation, okay? Tell me, how many of you have a savings bank account here? I'm sure each woman has a savings bank account. Yeah, I can see Pradeepti saying, yes, me. So start typing. What is the rate of return you're generating on that savings bank account? Start typing. So Supriya, Swati, I got your yeses. Selena, Ansalna, yes. Okay, 5%, 6%, 4%, I don't know, 6%, maybe 4, 3.5. Got it? You don't know. Well, the rate of interest, okay, rate of return on a savings bank account is between 2 and 4% year on year. The rate of return on a fixed deposit, given its time horizon, is between 4 and 6% year on year. Post office investments, provident fund, any policies come schemes, insurance policies come schemes, the rate of return is between 6 and 7.6% at max. So all these traditional investments are generating between 2 and 7.6% rate of return, while inflation rate in our country is 8% year on year. So tell me, by investing in these instruments, are you really truly beating inflation? Type in yes or no. Are you really truly beating inflation? No, I love the long no. Not at all, right? Yes, none of us, right? If we invest in these instruments, we are clear, we are not beating inflation, and we are not going to reach our financial goals. All those financial goals you spoke about in the beginning of the session. So now, which are those investment instruments that can help you beat inflation? They are mutual funds, gold bonds, debt funds, stocks, businesses, properties, etc. So now tell me, how many of you are investing in mutual funds? Vivo Y21T, please rename yourself. Let me know your name. Got it. So how many of you are investing in mutual funds? Got it. So Swati, Neha, Vibha, Smita, Selena, Malvika, Gauri. My question is for all of you who are investing. Okay, Shweta? Got that. Supriya? Everybody who said, yes, I am investing in mutual funds. How many of you know the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? There is a 30-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. So all of you who said that, yes, I'm investing in mutual funds, how many of you know the step-by-step methodology to get there? Correct. Don't know. No, I don't know all the steps. I just invested via my broker. Got it. So right now, when you guys are saying that you don't know this, you're just randomly picking. Okay, one of you is saying that you're just randomly picking the mutual funds. Another one of you is saying that you're investing via your broker. Yeah, so going as per your broker, investing but don't have an idea. I'm just investing because my brother-in-law said, or my husband said, or colleagues said. Now tell me, all of you who are dependent on others to make your investment decisions or financial decisions, do you feel extremely confident with your decisions? Do you feel extremely confident with this dependent way of investing? No, not at all. Got it? Not at all. Brilliant. So the truth about wealth creation, guys, is that women will not manage to create wealth and tick their financial goals if they don't really learn about finances. Okay? If you do not learn, then there is no confidence, no trust which is coming in your own self in reaching your financial goals. So the truth about wealth creation is that for women, financial education is the only way forward. Okay? And the truth about wealth creation is that, well, before I get down to that, let me give you some idea of this 30-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. It takes us over 4 hours to explain the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds in our course and community. So definitely 90 minutes is not enough time to explain the entire methodology. However, just inside of my commitment to help you make that 1% improvement in your money life, I am sharing a couple of starting steps. So number one, when we are committed to picking good quality mutual funds, we look at the category of the mutual fund we should be picking as per our financial goals. Number two, we look at who the fund manager is and what is the fund manager's strategy. Then we look at how much the asset allocation or the diversification is in the portfolio. What is the expense ratio? What are the risk to reward measures? Now, how many of you are thinking, man, what is she talking? Is she expecting me to understand this? Is she crazy? Priyanka, you crazy? How many of you are thinking that yeah, this is all going over my head? What are you talking? You crazy woman? Yes, Jennifer, got it. Dhanya? Yes, Selena, got it. Got three. Got it, Shweta, Kadambri, Anu, I got you. And this is why I said it takes us 4 hours to explain the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. So coming back to the truth about wealth creation. So wealth creation happens in 3 phases. Okay. So wealth creation happens in 3 phases. Number 1 is the accumulation phase. Number 2 is the growth phase. And number 3 is the income phase. Let me explain what is the accumulation phase. So accumulation phase is when you are accumulating money that you're receiving in your life. Each one of us is receiving money in our lives. Yeah. So whether it is pocket money, household income, salary, business income, inheritance, money is coming into every woman's life. When you are saving that money, you're in the accumulation phase of your finances. And when you are living paycheck to paycheck, or you're in debt, you find it difficult to save, or you save, you blow it all up. Okay, then your challenge lies in the accumulation phase of your finances. The second phase is the growth phase, where you grow your money over and above the inflation rate. So when you grow your finances over and above the inflation rate, you're in the growth phase of your finances. Okay. And when you're growing your money as an educated investor, as a knowledgeable investor, you're in the growth phase of your finances. You're a confident investor then. Third phase is the income phase. This is the investment income phase, where you generate an income from your investments. This is the financial freedom phase. So a lot of you in the beginning of the session today said you want to be financially free. So when you want to generate an income from your investments, okay, and your income from your investments is more than what your expenses are, you're financially free. You're freeing yourself from any financial constraints, any constraints of a job or business, or any kind of dependency on a job, business, or husband, or anybody else. So these are the 3 phases of wealth creation. Now tell me, how many of you think that you need to accumulate a lot of money before you can grow it? Type in me if you think that you need to accumulate a lot of money before you can grow it. Anu, got it? Pradipti, Nirmala, Shweta, Sarala, got it? Shri, Sonal, Pooja. So all of you who are saying, yes, me, I feel this. Please start writing on your papers, okay? Please start writing. So imagine that you're 30 years old, 30 years old, and you are just saving and investing 10,000 rupees every month until age 60. So you are age 30, okay? I'm repeating it. You're age 30 and you are a knowledgeable investor, okay? You're a knowledgeable, intelligent investor. And say, you're saving and investing 10,000 rupees every month until age 60. And the return on your investment, say, is at 8% compounded annual return. So in these 30 years, just by investing 10,000 rupees per month, you would have saved and invested 36 lakh rupees. And at 8% compounded annual rate of return, this 36 lakh rupees would have become 1.5 crore rupees by the time you're 60. So now this is the power of small savings and being a knowledgeable investor who is investing these small savings in a knowledgeable, intelligent way. So breaking the myth right here. Small savings as a knowledgeable investor can really help you build a fund for your dreams. So get started on it. Okay. Here is one of our students, Prema Gurung. She's a home baker and she's a women on wealth investor. She came to a similar introduction session in 2014. At that time, she was living paycheck to paycheck. She had no savings whatsoever. She was in a credit card and personal debt of 10 lakh rupees. She was married for 2 years and was finding it difficult to talk with her husband about money. She came to a similar introduction session and joined the Women on Wealth Money Gym program. Within 20 months of doing the Money Gym program, she paid off her entire debt of 10 lakh rupees and she has never been in debt ever since. After becoming debt-free, she built her emergency fund, bought the right insurances for herself and her husband, started doing her own income tax planning. She started using tax saving strategies, and she built a well-diversified investment portfolio without depending on anyone in her life. A point came when her husband noticed the change that she was bringing to the family's finances. At that moment, she declared her as the finance minister of the house and started handing over his entire salary to her. And since then, she's been investing for both of them. A couple of years later, both of them bought a land in their hometown. And a couple of years further later, when they were absolutely financially prepared and financially ready, they brought a daughter to this world. And now the daughter is a little over 2 years old. And well, in the first wave of coronavirus crisis, both of them lost their income. But nothing could shake the peace of mind of the family because they knew they were financially prepared for any uncertain times. They supported each other. And today they are back in their jobs, earning more than they ever did before. And their journey, their financial transformation continues. Now they are building their daughter's higher education fund and their retirement fund together. So that's Prema Gurung for you, a woman who altered her money life and is inspiring each woman right here to take charge. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, Prema did it. 4,000 women in the Women on Wealth community did it. How can you begin on your wealth creation right now? What are the steps to create wealth? So here are the steps. Number one, resolve to start. A lot of us women, we keep saying that there are these financial goals that we have, but we never really truly get started on them. So start typing for how long you've been thinking about the goals that you typed here today. For how long you've been thinking about all the goals that you spoke about in the session today, or you're thinking about in the session today. Forever, Smita, got it. Entire time, forever, Rupa. Awesome, got that, Anu. 8 years, Nirmala. 7 years, Jennifer, got it. 1 year, 5 years. So now start typing. What are the excuses you've been giving yourself for not getting started all these years? 10, 7, 7, 8, since you started working, got that. Now start typing. What are those reasons that you've been giving yourself? Yeah, let me do it later. I lack proper guidance. I don't have enough knowledge. I don't have enough money. Yeah, I don't know much math. I don't know how to start. This is too much jargon. My salary is not much. Yeah, I don't think I'm good at this. I don't have guidance. I think I'm scared of losing money. I just don't take interest. I think this is not my cup of tea. There are a lot of challenges already that I'm dealing with. How can I take on one more thing in my kitty, right? Let my husband do this for me. At least he should do this one thing well. Yeah, no money left, bad at maths, too much risk involved. I don't have an extra income. Got it? Now start typing what is the cost that you've paid for giving all these excuses, reasons, circumstances. What is the cost that you've paid? What's the cost? Yes, I am dependent. Got it. There's stagnancy. I've lost my sleep. Brilliant. I'm still stuck. Yeah, I've lost my sleep, my peace of mind. I've lost my time, money. I feel stuck. I lack financial confidence. Got it. There's no change in my bank account ever. Got that. I'm feeling stuck. My money is not growing. I'm just at the same place. Got it? Yeah, I got it. You're stuck. You may have lost your peace of mind. You may have lost some relationships in the process. May have lost some money. There is pain. There's a lot of past baggage. That's the cost. Maybe you have to give in explanations for every money that you spend. Or there's anxiety. You're stressed out. You feel you're not growing at all. There's financial insecurity where you are. Now, tell me guys, if you keep giving all the reasons you've been giving in the past, is your future going to be any different? If you keep giving the reasons you've been giving for all these 7, 10, 5 years, forever you've been giving these reasons, is your future going to be any different? Got that? Pradeepti, Amrita, Anu, Shweta, Nirmala, Malvika, Teja, Smita, Karan, Ravina, Dhanya. Got it? So please note, if you keep giving the reasons you've been giving in the past, you will only have more of the past. Yeah. So number one step is resolving to start. Resolving to start begins with you really resolving to start and then resolving to take different actions to get a different result. So how many of you are resolving to start today? Like no matter what you're resolving. Got that? Rupa, Shruti, I can see your hands. Awesome. What about others? Got that, Sarala? Yes, Shalini, Anushri. Got that, Nirmala, Smita, Virgil, Malvika, Shweta, Supriya, Ravina, Shalini, Hema, Jennifer, Anu. Got that, Pragati, Rajdeep, Karam, Soumya, Archana, Anu. Got that. Kadambri, Tejashri. What an absolute privilege to be sitting in the company of women who are really committed to take charge. So, well, that's step one. Step two is learning how to research. So finance is a system, everybody. And there is a step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments. Okay. And what you need to do is, as a next step, after you resolve to start, next step is learning to research, build a financial system in your life, build a step-by-step methodology in your life. Let me give you an example of a step-by-step methodology. So imagine that you want to invest in a business. Yeah? Investing in a business is one of the top ways to create wealth. So imagine that you want to invest in a business. Okay. And there is one business that comes your way. Now, how do you analyze if this business is worth your hard-earned money? Here are the steps. Number one, you look at how old the business is. Number two, you look at how much borrowings the business has. Number three, you look at how much cash does this business has to pay off the borrowings. Number four, if the cash is not enough to pay off the borrowings, you look at if the company has enough profits to pay off the borrowings. If the cash and the profits are insufficient to pay off the borrowings, you will not even research this business further. Forget about investing in it at all. Okay. So let me repeat the steps. So imagine there is a business which is over 40 years old. So this is a well-established business, right? Say it has borrowings worth over 1 crore rupees. It does not have enough cash to pay off the borrowings. Also, it does not have enough profit, which means it's not making enough profit in the business to pay off the borrowings. Now, given this financial situation, if you are invited to invest in this business, would you invest? Would you invest in a business like that, which is 40 years old, 1 crore rupee borrowings, not enough cash, it is not even making enough profit to pay off the borrowings? No, never will we ever invest in a business like that. Not even in the craziest of our minds will we ever invest in a business like that. So what did we do? We used a step-by-step method here, right, to judge if the business is worth our hard-earned money. So these are the methodologies that you need to learn. So if you want to build an investment portfolio, okay, you want to pick good quality investments, you want to build in diversification in your portfolio, you want to do financial planning, there is a step-by-step method to everything, and you got to learn it, okay, after you resolve to start. So that's step 2. Now tell me, guys, was this method really difficult to understand? A lot of women complain that finance is complex. So was this method difficult to understand? Type in yes or no. Was this difficult? Did it require a lot of maths? Because a lot of women said that, oh, finance requires a lot of maths. I don't think I'm good with numbers. Did it require that you be great with numbers? Did this method require that you come from a finance background? Because otherwise you will not understand this. Did this method require that only a man can do it? Like, we women can't understand it, right? Like, a man can do it. No, right? It wasn't difficult. Got it? Yeah, we can understand it if we put our minds to it. Absolutely. If we decide that we got to do this, we can do it. So here is step number 3. Build an investor attitude. So open your minds, open your hearts, and be willing to learn. Persist, be disciplined. Next step, note that mentors are a key. Like, I'm clear, had my stock investor mentor, my serial entrepreneur mentor, had these guys not supported me, I wouldn't be sitting here inspiring you guys to take charge. So mentors are a key, guys. And community is the secret success ingredient. We are all equal to the 5 people around us. If those 5 people are financially successful people, we will be financially successful too. Our job is to surround ourselves with such people. Priya, please don't play with the screen. Thank you. Everybody, keep your fingers off the screen. Thank you. So I'm repeating the steps for all of you, how you can begin on your wealth creation right now. Number 1, resolve to start. Number 2, become financially educated. Learn to research, build a financial system in your life. Learn the step-by-step methodologies to everything in finances. Build an investor attitude. Note that mentors are a key, and community is the secret success ingredient. Kaveri Bharat, who's a potter by profession, a ceramic artist, and a Women on Wealth investor, she says, before the program, before the Money Gym program, I used to think that I barely have any money to put bread and butter on the table. So I will never be able to save anything. Forget investing. Today, I have complete awareness of where I am, where I want to be, and how I can get there financially. She says she started her PPF, she started her emergency fund, she's bought gold bonds, she started her NPS, she started 2 mutual fund investment, all of this on her own. And she has realized that she doesn't need a broker. And this is the financial transformation that she's caused in the last 3 months of her getting started. So that's Kaveri Bharat for you. And this is who we are for you. We are Women on Wealth, your money school for women, where women enter this Women on Wealth school online and they learn how to take charge of their finances and they stay in this alumni community for the rest of their lives. Okay, time for some questions. So it's the Q&A time now, guys. So start typing all the questions you have. No question is silly. No question is basic. You're not being judged. You are sitting in the safe space of Women on Wealth. That's number one. Number two, if you have questions around our course, just stay tuned. After we complete the Q&A section, we're going to share all the course details of Money Gym. So just stay tuned and we will share all the details. Okay. Until then, let's start answering all the questions we have. Okay. So start typing, everybody, all the questions you have. Yes. So like I said, all the questions around the course after the Q&A section. Okay. These are all questions on the course. So I will answer them after the Q&A section. What is a fund manager? Sonal is asking. So mutual funds, okay, each mutual fund has a fund manager, okay, a person who is appointed to take care of the fund, of the customers, of the investors' money. And he or she is responsible in building a portfolio, investment portfolio for its investors and managing that portfolio. So say you're investing in equity mutual funds. Equity mutual funds are made up of stocks. So equity mutual funds are an indirect way of investing in stocks. And fund manager is an expert who is paid humongously well so that he can manage all the funds which are being invested by investors like you and me in a mutual fund. And he's responsible for building a portfolio, managing diversification in it, managing the entire portfolio. And he's also responsible for making sure that its investors, the mutual funds investors, generate returns. So that's in short, okay, who a fund manager is. Okay, Shweta, you're asking suggestions on how much percentage of your salary is mandatory to invest. Okay, there is no such mandate, okay? Nothing is compulsory. Like there's no compulsion. If you don't choose, you can choose to save nothing. If you want, you can choose more and more. The more you save, the better off you will be. Yeah, that's a very, very basic guideline, right? So save aggressively is often what we say. But now I would like to bring a little twist in this question. Okay. Now, actually, your question needs to be, how much percentage of my salary should I invest to reach my financial goals? Yeah, because there's no mandate, there's no compulsion, but there are certain financial goals which are at stake for you and you want to be reaching them. And now you want to know how much percentage of your income should you be investing for reaching your goal. So critical, what are the critical steps here? Number one, you got to have clarity on your financial goals. Because if you don't have that clarity, then just save aggressively. Then there is no way you can reach a point where you can identify how much you should be saving. So bring clarity on your financial goals, identify how much money you will need to reach those financial goals. Okay. And how much money in the future you need to reach your financial goals. Example, say you want to send your child for a higher education in a certain college. The college education right now say costs 20 lakhs, but 15 years later, it will not cost 20 lakhs. So what is that future value of the goal, right? So you need to learn how to calculate it if you don't already know it. That's step one. Then step two is looking at what is your current financial situation. So what are your investments right now? Are they knowledgeable investments? Have you diversified well in those investments? How much money is coming in? How much money is going out? where that money is going. What are your current money habits, financial habits? How are you currently thinking about money and investments? Yeah. Is your, are you and your husband on the same page with your finances? And much more. So that's your current financial situation. That's step 2. Number 3 is to look at how much is the gap between where you are right now financially and where you want to be. And how do you cover that gap? Example, do you know the art of financial planning, or do you need to learn it? Do you know the art of building a well-diversified investment portfolio, or do you need to learn it? Do you know the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments, or do you need to learn it? A lot of us make the mistake of jumping into new shiny objects which keep coming into the market, right? We sometimes think, oh, I should be investing in IPOs, cryptocurrency, NFTs, NFOs. There are so many new shiny things which keep coming, and we just fall for them and we start investing into them. So if you don't know the art of financial planning, you don't know the art of building an investment portfolio, you don't know the art of picking good quality investments, please note that you lack financial foundation. And the first step that you need to take is to build your financial foundation. Like, think of any construction that's happening, okay? Construction of a building that's happening. No building, no floors can be put in place if the foundation is not strong. The same way is with finances. You may make some one-time money with cryptocurrency or one-time money with some IPO, but this will not lead to you building sustainable wealth. If you want to build sustainable wealth, which is wealth for a lifetime, what you need to focus on first is building a strong financial foundation. And these are all the steps that I have mentioned that you need to build, okay, to actually reach your financial goals. There are many investments which have decades worth of track record. Okay, they have decades of track record of making money for its investors. You need to identify those investments first, build a robust portfolio with those investments which have strong record of years. And then, yes, at a later stage, you can come to cryptocurrency or any of the new shiny objects which keep coming into the market. Okay. Now, coming to how much percentage of my salary. Can you see the percentage of how much your income should be saved and invested will come from your financial goals? There is no one size fit all here. Everybody just needs to save 20,000 and they will reach their goal. No. Everybody's time horizon is different to reaching a certain goal. Everybody is standing at different ages, different incomings, different kind of spending styles, different kind of relationships with their partners. So please note, there is no one size fit all here. Yes, if you right now do not have clarity on your financial goals, you have no clarity on anything, then just put one guideline in place, which is save aggressively. Okay, if you're unwilling to learn and you don't want to put your mind to it, then just save aggressively. Okay, Malvika, your next question is, how long does it take to become financially free through investing? Again, it depends on how knowledgeable you are as an investor, right? What are the kind of investment instruments you're picking? How soon you want to really be financially free? What are the what are the sacrifices you're willing to make? Because if you're going to save more, invest more, then of course you'll have less money to spend for immediate gratification. Now it completely depends on your willingness to do it. Yeah. So at Women on Wealth, I have seen investors, okay, knowledgeable investors, get financially free within 10 to 15 years of starting out. Like, they were at zero. They were absolutely, they didn't even know the basics. Okay. And from there, in 10, 15 years, they have altered their financial destiny. So that is possible. provided you're willing to learn, you're willing to build your knowledge, you're willing to go all out, okay? Delay your gratification. So it requires a lot of financial integrity from you. Okay, what is the minimum amount that needs to be invested? Now, see, guys, everybody's financial goals are different. The time you have to reach those goals are different. Say somebody's child is just born, which means, that woman, that couple will have at least 18, 19 years before the child goes for higher education. While somebody whose child is 10 years has just 10 years, right? So, what is that minimum amount that must be saved and invested to reach the goal? Depends on how much amount you need in the future to reach the goal and how much time you have to reach that goal. Okay? So minimum amount is different for different people. Yes, I can just give you a ballpark figure, like investing in mutual funds. Okay. So investing in mutual funds can begin with just 1,000 rupees in your pocket. That's the minimum amount, okay, that you really need to invest in mutual funds. But now you can invest 1,000, but do you know which mutual fund you should be investing in? If you don't know that, then there is no point just throwing 1,000 rupees, right? Because it's like throwing that money in the dustbin. That's not investing, that's gambling. So first step is learning how to invest, learning the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality mutual funds or other investments. And once you've learned it, you know it for life. Yeah. Then you know it for life once you learn it. So that's like, that's like learning English. Like we learned it once in our school and college, and then we continue to use it for the rest of our lives. The same is with finance. You learn it once and you know it for life. So that's how. Okay, Nirmala, you're saying you're 59, you're running a business, you want to be educated at least now. Brilliant. Got that. So nobody is ever late, guys. Sometimes I get this question that am I late? Because I'm 30, because I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm late. No. Anytime that you've gotten to, you've connected with a space that's giving you financial education, that's your starting step, right? And if not you, who will take charge of your finances right now? So let the past be, okay? Whatever is gone. And now what's next is what you guys need to decide. Okay, Jennifer, you're saying, are there any investments that I can make from which the returns are not taxed? No, there are no such investments. Any investment you do, so any investment that you buy into, when you sell it, if you're making profit on it, okay, if you're making profit on it, you will pay tax on it. Okay, that's how it is. There is no way that you can save taxes. You make money and see, I sometimes think, so what, if we have to pay taxes, but if we are making enough money, if we are multiplying our money enough, we are reaching our financial goals. So why bother? I think our focus needs to be on us reaching our financial goals. That's it. Everything else will be taken care of. Hema, you're saying trading versus mutual funds by yourself versus SIP. Okay, so, a lot of you think SIP is something different. I've seen this, okay? Enough in my questions it comes. It's one of the common questions, frequently asked questions that I receive. Guys, SIP is not an investment, okay? SIP, full form of SIP is systematic investment plan. It's a systematic way of investing in a mutual fund. That's an SIP. So every month if a certain amount of money is getting deducted, say from your savings account, it is getting deducted and getting invested in a mutual fund. So SIP is a systematic way of investing in mutual funds. So SIP is nothing different. It's a method, simply method, a systematic, investment method. Now, should you be trading? I am not somebody who is into stock trading at all. Okay. And it involves a lot of time, and it also doesn't generate that kind of money. So here we are talking about wealth creation. So we are women on wealth. So we are putting our finances on autopilot so that wealth can get generated. We are all busy women. We have a household to manage, jobs to manage, relationships to manage. There's so much at stake. I don't see that there is so much time that we can put in. Okay. So, and also, stock trading is a bit of an advanced concept that we shouldn't be getting into as beginners. As beginners, we got to focus on building financial foundation, where we build our financial plans. Okay, so we learn the art of financial planning. We build an investment portfolio. We learn how to pick good quality investments. So there are many good quality investments which are many, many years old. And they have this huge track record of making money for its investors. We got to begin investing in those investments. That's our starting step. Trading or cryptocurrency or IPOs are not our starting steps. Okay. And guys, if you try to do trading and other things, it's like building the first floor of the building without building the ground floor. First floor can't sustain itself if you've not built the foundation strong. So the key is build the foundation strong. Okay. Okay, Pradanya, you're saying you've just started. Guys, I have actually exceeded time, okay, of the Q&A section. So I'm going to now take just the last one question. Pradanya, you're saying you've just started earning and you have less salary right now. What are the best investment options under 20,000? So now see what you're doing. Okay, Pradanya, and everybody who keeps asking other people, where should I invest? You're making a big mistake by asking others where you should be investing. Nobody knows where you should be investing. Your financial goals are different. Your current financial situation is different. You are unique. Your financial life is unique. Nobody can tell you what to do. And if somebody tells you even, will you have 100% confidence that for the rest of your life, this is the method you're going to use, which is asking others, being dependent on others to reach your goals? No, that's not the step. Dependency of any kind is not the way forward. And by asking me what are the best investment options, what are you doing? You are making yourself being dependent on me, getting dependent on me. And if I tell you where to invest, what am I doing? I am defeating my own mission of making women, financially independent, making women independent decision makers. What's the point then? Right? There are already many brokers, advisors you will find. So it's a mistake. Never ever ask anybody where to invest. Learn and then invest. And if you're unwilling to learn, then better don't invest. Let your money die the death of inflation. At least you don't collect past baggages. You don't collect a baggage of a loss. Okay? You save yourself that mental torture. Yeah, that emotional torture or emotional upheaval. Like, save yourself. If you are unwilling to learn, you're not willing to be financially educated, don't invest. If you want to learn, then invest. These are the steps. That's it. Okay. Okay, guys, I can already see there are so many more questions that you have. I have really exceeded my time for the Q&A section. So thank you so much for listening to me. I trust that you've created value for yourself from all the 3 concepts that I shared with you today and from all the questions that I have answered for you today. Now I have some questions for you to answer. So my first question to you, how many of you realize that there is a lot more to learn as far as implementing the knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned? My number one question is, how many of you realize that there is a lot more to learn as far as implementing the knowledge I've shared with you is concerned? Got that? Sarala, Amrita, Kadambri, Shweta, Neha, Smita, Malvika, Sonal, Tejashri. I'm loving. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. So much to learn. Selena, Pooja, Pragati, Swati, and everybody's name I've not managed to take. Thank you. My second question, and a more important question. How many of you realize that by not implementing this knowledge, okay, by not implementing this knowledge, you will be repeating your past. You will be doing things how you've been doing in the past, and you will have more of the same result. How many of you can see that? Nirmala, Dhanya, got it, Neha, yeah, Ritu, Kadambri, Malvika, Shweta, got it, guys. Got it. Pradakti, okay, got it. And guys, this is why we have designed the Women on Wealth Money Gym program. So the Women on Wealth Money Gym program is your personal finance blueprint. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial freedom. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial goals. So, you know, you could be anywhere here right now. You could be a complete beginner. You could be somebody who's at an intermediate level, but is dependent on others for her investment decisions, financial decisions, or you lack implementation. You could be anywhere here right now. And in 2 months' time, you have the probability of becoming a knowledgeable investor, a knowledgeable Women on Wealth investor who understands essential financial tools, is a confident investor, and starts investing independently and intelligently. So whatever you've learned with me in the last 1 hour, I will help you put all that into action. So I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to implement that. Before I go on to tell you more about the curriculum of this course, I need your permission, okay? I need your permission. I want to make this clear that this course is not for everyone. So if you feel this course is not for you, this is not your cup of tea, or you're okay about being dependent on others for your investment decisions, financial decisions, or you're somebody who's planning to quit already, or you're somebody who's wanting to get rich quick, like overnight you think you will push some button and you will get all the money, then this course is not for you. You can leave this webinar with all my love and gratitude. Thank you so much for coming. This is a fail-proof blueprint. The only way you can fail in this system is if you don't take actions or if you quit. This work requires that you put in 15 minutes of your time, effort, energy, dedication, okay, to make things work and to make things happen. So if you are somebody who is serious, you're serious about your financial goals, and you're willing to make a decision today in this webinar, I want you to type, I am serious about my financial goals, because now I'm going to talk with serious women who are committed to their financial goals. Because guys, decisions build financial destiny, and women who decide without sitting on the fence are the ones who are going to make true financial progress in their lives. And I want to speak with those serious, committed women now. So how many of you are serious about your financial goals? Amrita, Shruti, Neha, Pradeepti, Rupa, Anu, Anushri, Malvika, I love that. Full commitment. Yes. Shweta, Pooja, Selena, Kadambri, dead serious, Supriya, got that. Smita, Swati, Tejashri, got that. I'm acknowledging each one of you. Chetna, acknowledging each one of you for your commitment to your money life. And I will tell you from my side that whatever I offer in this webinar is going to be the best value. The best that I'm going to give you, and even if you give 1 rupee, you're going to get over 10 rupees worth of value with your skill building within the program, and 100 times and 1,000 times the returns with your investments in your lifetime. And you can mark my words for that. So thank you so much. I needed your permission before I tell you more about the curriculum of this course. I will now share all the details with you, and you have to decide for yourself whether it is a yes or a no. For me, it does not matter. This is what you're going to do for yourself and your money life. So I'm sharing the details about the Women on Wealth Money Gym program, your personal finance blueprint. Okay. The Women on Wealth Money Gym program is a 6-step program. Okay. In step number 1, you build a vision for yourself. In step number 2, you identify your current financial situation. You look at where all my money is going, what is my net worth. In step number 3, you identify the gap between where you are right now financially and where you want to be financially. Step number 4, you build your financial plan, especially your retirement plan within the program. You become your own financial planner for the rest of your life. Step number 5, you build your investment portfolio within the program. So you learn how to identify equity mutual funds, gold bonds, gold funds, other safe investment instruments within the program. And you begin investing within the program with your own understanding and knowledge. Step number 6, you build your financial integrity, which is a balance between immediate gratification and your financial goals. And here are all the topics that we cover in these 6 steps of the program. Your vision and financial goals, pillars of financial security, expense tracking, money in, money out, the right insurances for you, how to create wealth, your growing net worth, property and property loan, funds allocation for now and post-retirement, how to generate regular income, wealth creation formula, financial planning, to have more, save more, invest more, and be at it. Mutual funds step-by-step guide. What are SIPs and how do they benefit? Fund manager and their strategies. How to invest in mutual funds. Drivers to exit a mutual fund. How much is enough? What is money for you? Your real hourly rate. Balance between immediate gratification, goals, values, and fulfillment. What to expect on this journey? Low drama, high impact. So these are all the topics that get covered in the 6 steps of the Money Gym program. And now, what is the value of a lifetime that you take away? Number 1, you get access to come out of living paycheck to paycheck. Number 2, you become debt free. Women who do our course and persist with the community, they report that they paid off their 20-year home loan in record 4 years' time. Number 3, you increase your savings by at least 25%. You get clarity on your financial goals. You become comfortable in asking for money and talking about it with people in your life. You learn the basics of financial planning, especially retirement planning within the program. You become your own financial planner for the rest of your life. You build an investment portfolio independently and confidently within the program. You learn the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds, gold, and many other investments within the program. So you can start on your financial success today. How it will work. You will receive 10 video recordings to watch, learn, and implement from. Bonuses, you will receive 25 supplementary video recordings to aid your investment decisions. So a total of 35 video recordings you will receive, and you will have unlimited lifetime access to these video recordings. So you will watch and learn everything about finances from these video recordings. Plus, you will receive comprehensive worksheets in which you will implement all the learnings. So for this course, you need a laptop and you need to know how to type in an Excel sheet. We have built the entire worksheets workbook. You just need to know how to type in there, and we have done the rest of it. Okay. So you just need to know how to type. With Money Gym today, you're getting bonuses. So with the personal finance blueprint, video recordings and worksheets, you also get investment mastery series video recordings and mutual fund investment series video recordings. Today, these bonuses are available when you sign up right away. Okay, sharing the screen again for more details. Here is what you learn from the investment mastery series. You learn about inflation, life insurance, sovereign gold bonds, why gold bonds over gold funds, basics of stock investing, property buying, property investing, cryptocurrency, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, National Pension Scheme, Public Provident Fund, Post Office schemes, bank deposits. 8 questions to ask before selling your equity mutual funds. So these are all the topics that get covered in the Investment Mastery Series bonus video recordings. Here is what you learned in the Mutual Fund Investment Series video recordings. What are mutual funds? Advantages and disadvantages. Types of mutual funds. Are investments in mutual funds safe? Can NRIs invest in India? What is an NFO? Should you invest in it? Equity mutual fund. Types of equity mutual funds. Debt mutual funds. Direct stock investing versus equity mutual funds. ELSS tax saving funds. How many equity mutual funds should I own? Understanding mutual fund returns. Taxation in mutual funds. So these are all the topics that get covered in this bonus of the mutual fund investment series. So today you get the entire Money Gym bundle. You get the Money Gym personal finance blueprint, video recordings and worksheets. Plus you get investment mastery series video recordings. Plus the mutual fund investment series video recordings and much more. You join our Facebook group, online money book club, peer group study, decoding the financial news, community chat, and monthly meetups. All of this today in the Money Gym bundle for you. As you register into the course right now, this is how you will enter the Women on Wealth School online. You will receive an email ID and a password, okay? A login ID you will have and a password. And that will take you into the course. This is how your course will look. This is how each lecture in the course will look. That's not all. With all these video recordings and worksheets, you also get group coaching, which are 5 live sessions. So for all of you who are listening to us on Zoom, you're sitting live with us right now. The same way you will come for live group coaching sessions, 5 of them over 5 Saturdays. That's how you will come and maximize your learning. How will you benefit from group coaching? Number 1, you will get a target date to work towards for completing your videos. We all work better with targets, right? So group coaching, the starting of the group coaching is your target date until when you must complete all the Money Gym video recordings. So the minimum requirement is that you must complete the Money Gym video recordings and work on the worksheets. And that is possible if you start putting in just 15 minutes from today towards your financial education. Number 2, you bring velocity to implementation of the system. We don't want to just learn the financial system, right? We want to be able to implement it so that we can reach our financial goals with velocity. Group coaching helps you bring velocity to implementation of the system. Okay, it helps you implement better. So with group coaching, this is another benefit. Next, you get your queries answered. You ask all your questions live in the group coaching sessions. Your learning maximizes because all your questions, all your queries are addressed by us in the group coaching sessions. You experience the power of community work. Okay, when women who are serious and committed to their financial goals, they come together, a different power gets generated. You get to experience that power in this community of women investors. You also learn from each other's questions. There's a lot of peer-to-peer learning that happens in the group coaching sessions. So you learn from each other. There is also an implementation session, which is driven to drive the maximum implementation. Also, you get an opportunity to be with the mentor live in the group coaching sessions. So 5 live sessions. Please note down the next online group coaching dates. The nearest batch is beginning on March 12th. March 12th is a Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. sharp. The batch after March is April 9th, which is a Saturday, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. sharp. So your job, whichever batch you're joining, your job is until March 12th or April 9th, you must watch all the Money Gym personal finance blueprint video recordings and work on the worksheets. And then from March 12th or April 9th, we will be meeting every Saturday for 5 Saturdays every week, same time. So March 12th, timing is 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. For 5 Saturdays, we'll be meeting same time, 11 to 12. April 9th, timing is 12:30 to 1:30. For 5 Saturdays, we will be meeting 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. sharp. That's not all. You join your women investors community and the monthly meetups. So upon successful completion of the group coaching sessions, you get access to the community. This is an inner circle that you join. What is an inner circle? These are all the women who've completed the Money Gym program. You get to join a community of women investors like that, people who've done the Money Gym program, they've built their investment portfolios already, they're implementing their financial plan ongoingly. You get to join this community. And it's live chat group and the monthly meetup for a lifetime. So you want to build sustainable wealth, not just, you want to do a course and that's it. No, you need a community for a lifetime. And this is that environment that you get for a lifetime. And what do you get in this thriving community of women investors? There's a live chat group you join. There are monthly meetups for a lifetime. There is continuous financial education for you. You ask and give support, and you stay on track for the rest of your life. So this is your community of women investors. Are you concerned? Are you thinking, what if you don't give your best? What then? Well, this is your environment for your financial success. There are simple instructional videos plus worksheet for implementation. There are weekly Instagram and Facebook lives to listen, grow, and stay inspired in. You focus on just making 1% improvement daily. So you give just 15 minutes a day. There is implementation focus. There is group study among peers. There's an active chat group that you join. There is interaction with the mentor live in the group coaching. There's a financial catalyst to support you individually. And there is a community for continuous education and for being on track for the rest of your life. So this is your environment for your financial success. Time to get started now, guys. The original value of this course is over 1,50,000 rupees. Today, you're getting it at a special price of 30,000 rupees only. This is inclusive of all the lifetime of video recordings and worksheets, 5 live group coaching sessions and mentoring, and lifetime of community inner circle, chat group, and the monthly meetups. All of it inclusive in this 30,000 rupees. You pay a one-time fee and you join in just by paying 27,000 rupees today. So you save another 3,000 by making a one-time payment. If you are looking at a March batch, then yes, the one-time payment is the only option which is available. And by paying 27,000 rupees right now, you get access to the video recordings and worksheets right away today. And you get started on your financial transformation today. If you're looking for an installment plan, then we have an installment plan available for the April batch. So you commit and you book your seat by paying only 3,000 right now. This is how the installment plan works. You pay 7,000 rupees by tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. So 3,000 plus 7,000, you are paying 10,000 rupees this month. By paying 10,000 rupees this month, you get access to the video recordings and worksheets right away today. So if you can, please pay 10K right now and take access to the video recordings and worksheets and get started. The second installment of 10,000 you pay next month, which is by the 10th of March. And the third installment of 10,000 you pay by the 1st of April. So we have split it among different months so that it is easier for you to begin on your financial transformation. So this is the installment plan for the April batch. In case you're looking for an installment plan, or a one-time fee for the March batch, 27,000. So these are the two payment plans. So get ahead, get started. Your financial destiny is waiting for you. You can Google Pay, Paytm. The UPID is 9818540023 at OKBiz Access. You can also scan the code on your left to make the payment. If you want to make the payment via your debit card or credit card, ask us for the payment link and we will put it in the Zoom chat. Once you make the payment right now, we will confirm that we've received your payment. So once you make the payment, just put it in the chat that you have paid via Google Pay or via Paytm, via UPI or via debit card, credit card, put it like that. We will confirm that we have received your payment. And then we will send you a registration form on your WhatsApp. You need to fill that registration form before you leave the webinar so that we can give you access to your video recordings and worksheets today itself. So go ahead, alter your financial destiny, guys. Go ahead, register yourself right now. I keep the screen on for 2 more seconds for all of you to get in. Get started. Type in paid once you have made the payment. Okay. For all of you who are watching us on social media, get in touch to register yourself right